Hi, it's Elaine from Penguin Place Crafts. I'm not even going to say good morning because it's that close to noon. But since yesterday's video, I finished not one, not two, not three, but 4 projects. They're all little projects, but the sense of accomplishment. And 3 of them are from my current scrap bag. Current scrap bag? Let's see. Is that it right there? It's down to 11. Let's bring it forward. It's down to 11.5 ounces. So I am making some progress. There are still some pretty big amounts of yarn in there. I measured out these 3 blue, and it was enough for an ankylosaurus shield. And I thought, oh, maybe blue and green, but this is not enough for an ankylosaurus body. Oh, well, I'll find something. What was the first one? I think I was telling you yesterday that I was working on a platypus. Patty the Platypus. I will link the pattern in the description. And I was playing yarn chicken. I didn't know if I would have enough left to make the tail. I didn't. The tail is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows. And I did about 3 rows and ran out of yarn. So I backed off. I frogged it out and used the different color for the tip of the tail, and then did the last 3 rows in the body color that I had before. It's hard to see. I'll take a picture in the light box and put that in over there to see if it'll show up better in that picture. But 1 platypus down. I'd like to get like 3 or 4 of them together for my next show. It's my next show. Okay, my ring light decided to do a faceplant. So I think my next show might be the one down in Pennsylvania by my daughter's house, where at Blackhawks, where I have all of the cubbyholes behind my table. And this is the type of item that would fit very nicely into those cubby holes, and it would showcase him well. Okay, then I have made several T-Rexes from the pattern by Mary Makes. Her pattern has stripes. You use one main color and then a contrasting color, and you do stripes. Those stripes get to me every time. I don't like making the stripes. I have such an awful time following the stripe pattern and getting it right. So I have found that the Mary Makes pattern works well with camo. So I made this guy. I got all of the camo yarn in this particular colorway, got it all together, and weighed it. And it came out to 0.25 ounces, which is what 25 grams? I think it's 25 grams. It was spot on. This is how much I need. So I started. And when I got down to the last piece, which was one of these legs, I ran out with like 4 stitches to go. No problem, because one of the colors in this colorway is black. So down at the bottom, over there, right there, I just tied on some black yarn and finished up that leg in black. And you would really have to know what you were looking for to find where I played yarn chicken and lost. So Mary Makes little dinosaur. Got that done. And then I forced myself to finish the kit that I gave a D. There is my little panda. For one thing, I had to use my own hook. I used the hook from the Highland Cow kit, which was a 3.0, because, okay, I'll put a picture in right here of the hook that they sent. And then I'll do a circle to show you the sharp spot on the edge. I'm not using that hook. It'll snag the yarn. It'll snag your finger. It's just, I'm throwing it out. I should have thrown it out already, but I wanted to say, you know, oh, I didn't bring the bag back. This is one of those DIY kits, and the other one up there on the shelf is out of view. I think I got them from Temu. So they only cost like $5 or $6 each. But the directions are not all that good. Like, they have abbreviations in here where they don't tell you what the abbreviation stands for. Like, for the tail. Round 1. 3 chains, then SL, which I assume means slip stitch. Okay. Are we doing a magic circle and then 3 chains and then slip stitch back into the magic circle? Are we doing 3 chains, then you slip stitch into the second and the third, slip stitches into the second, then knit between the 5th and 6th loops? That means sew between the 5th and 6th rounds. But the 5th and 6th rounds, okay. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. That would put the tail up 1 round higher than I have it now. And it just seems too high. I put it where I thought it should be instead of where they said it should be. But like for the face, there were no instructions on how to embroider the eyes. So I clicked on the QR code, went to the video. The video's not good at all. And there were a lot of complaints on the video, like comments saying, this is no help to a beginner. I can't understand this. Could somebody please make a video that we can understand? So she doesn't tell you, like, okay, between 1, 2, 3, 4, over rows 4 and 5, embroider the eyes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches apart. No, just put the eyes on. And then the nose, it's like, okay, the nose is supposed to go a little bit below the eyes, a little bit across this way, a little bit around. So I got through that. Same thing with the arms and legs. There was no row numbers for where they were to be sewn on. I was just putting him flat on a notebook and trying to move the legs around until he sort of stood, or till it looked like I felt it was supposed to. Okay, so that is, oh, I'm sorry. Apparently I didn't sleep long enough. So that is my panda kit that I made. Will I buy more from these little purple bag kits? Maybe. I'm experienced enough at amigurumi that I can decipher the poorly written directions. Why do I start coughing every time I make a video? Probably because I'm talking and that brings down coughing. 1, 2, 3. I did not play yarn chicken. This is like the first scrap project I have made from this bag of yarn. Okay, big sip of coffee. Let's see if that helps. Okay, now. No more coughing, right? I had my coffee. Isn't it sort of funny that I drink coffee to stop coughing? Okay. This was the first project from bag 7 of the scrap yarn where I did not play yarn chicken. Probably because he's so little. I have a pattern that I wrote up just based on the zillions of other turtle patterns that I've dealt with that I call Spike the Turtle. And usually it is alternating rows on the shell with spikes going down from one color to another. But this time I just did it in variegated. It's a variegated with bright green, light blue, a darker blue, and purple. And then I picked up a bluish green to finish them off. And I have plenty left for both. Today, I'm going to play Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo with the kit shelf up there. Pick out a kit. I don't have any projects going right now. Well, I have a bunch of works in progress that have been sitting up by the chair for ages. But I don't have any scrap projects in the works. I don't have any from my restock or my want to make. I'm thinking with this bag of scrap yarn, which is not where I left it before because it's down next to my foot. With this bag of scrap yarn, with all the little pieces in there, I want to make stuff like micro octos, loopy chickens, chill pills. What's another